Today I'm going to be sharing my holiday binder and the system that works best for us. I use the Better binder for most of my organizational binders. They're durable and can stand the test of time. They do come in a variety of different colors, however I prefer to stick to one color so that it does not become too busy looking. I just put a piece of my favorite holiday wrapping paper in the front and the window located on the spine with a label. I keep all of these binders together so that when they're lined up on a shelf they have a seamless look, but I'm still able to quickly differentiate them by the window. I was pleasantly surprised that the pocket on the inside cover of the binder was enclosed and had this band that keeps it shut. I keep a handful of holiday stickers, labels, and cards that come in the mail, as well as extra holiday stamps here. We do send out personalized holiday cards every year, however it's nice to keep some generic ones on hand in the event that we run out of personalized ones or are looking to send a card to someone we don't know as well. This is also a great place to keep address labels, and we also have just the random things that you might find. I think this is from J. Crew. They were giving out these free tags, stickers, and then extra stamps as well. These all stay tucked right in here, organized. They're not going to fall out. All the pages that I use for this planner are a part of the Christmas planner that I designed last year. I printed them all on shimmer cardstock to make them more durable. I'm constantly flipping through this binder, and having these printed on cardstock has been a game changer. I considered putting each of the printables into sleeve protectors, but figured it would be a pain to keep taking them in and out every time I needed them, and I'm constantly taking these out of the binder, so I'm glad I did not put these into sheet protectors. The first page that you see when you open the binder is a running to-do list where I can quickly jot something down and refer back to it. This binder sits out in our kitchen for the majority of November and December, so it's important that everything stays in one place and I don't have multiple sticky notes with reminders laying around the house. Right behind that page is the calendar of December where I can write in important dates and reminders. I tend to use the calendar on my phone the most, however it's nice to have everything written out on one page to serve as a secondary reminder. It's also nice to refer back to the prior year's calendar so you aren't forgetting any special dates. So I just kind of jotted down parties, when I need to have baking items ready, Christmas, New Year's Eve, just a few important dates, and then as stuff comes up, I'll put it here as well, in addition to my phone calendar. I have 5 different sections in this binder: general, gifts, cards, decor, and recipes. These dividers are the Avery white plastic ones that I covered in wrapping paper, labeled, and then covered in a Scotch laminating sheet. I did this to help secure everything and make sure that everything stays together. What's also great is that you can quickly jot notes down on the other side and erase them as well, should you quickly need to write something down. In the general section, I have the holiday budget sheet to help keep track of all of your expenses throughout the season. I haven't filled one out for myself yet. We usually just charge everything and then cry about it later. This is a great way to track things, or if you're purchasing for individual groups or parties, events, you can track that here. I have a holiday checklist that covers up to 4 weeks before Christmas. It includes a variety of tasks from purchasing stamps, cards, and wrapping paper to charging batteries and clearing space on your memory card. If you're ahead of the game with a few things, check them off. If you need to add some, you can do that as well, and of course you can always add more to the sides, which I will end up doing later on, I'm sure. Now, we don't have kids, however I do keep this letter to Santa form in here as well. This is great for kids to jot down a few of their Christmas wishes, including what they want, what they need, what they'll wear, and what they'll read. On to the gift section. I keep the gift list right up front. We write down everyone that we'll be shopping for the season and then include what we intend to purchase them and the price. When that item has been wrapped, I check the box, and when it has been given to the recipient, it gets another check. If we are purchasing gifts for one person, we will just write at the top whom the gift list is for and then write the items that we have purchased. This is great to help keep track of gifts purchased for children. This list is from last year, so all of these people have already received these gifts. However, I do like to keep the list from past years around to refer to. I left this year's out, obviously, because I did not want anyone knowing what they're getting this year. On the following page, I have a list for stocking stuffers. Similar to the gift list, we write down who the stocking is for, the item, the price, and then we check off when it has been purchased and wrapped. Right behind the stocking stuffers page, I keep this mini page protector filled with $25 gift cards. I like to keep a variety of different gift cards on hand in the event that someone catches you off guard with a gift and you want to reciprocate the gesture. Plus, who doesn't love gift cards? They're one of my favorite things we receive because they're small and compact and you get to pick out exactly what you want. I just cut a little piece of craft paper to size to fill the sleeve so that everything looks neat. What's great is they won't fall out because of this little flap. The sheet protectors that I used to hold the gift cards are the Martha Stewart Home Office Avery line. This is just nice to know you have something on hand. This one's a little more than 25. I'll have to get some smaller ones. The next section is the cards section. In the cards section, I keep a list of everyone I send holiday cards to that year. Each page holds 20 contacts. What I tend to do is go through our master contact book and write down the names or highlight the names of whom we'll be sending a holiday card to. In this case, I highlighted them in pink. And then next to it, I put a check mark once the card had been addressed and sealed. So far, these are all my cards that have been addressed and sealed. I just run these right through my printer at home. Tiny Princess kindly gifted us with holiday cards for a couple years, which is where we receive our personalized picture cards. I always order them in the 5x7 size so that we can frame them and put them out on display year after year for decoration. In the back of this planner, I keep an additional copy of each holiday card in this recipes page protector. I love how every picture encapsulates our lives from that year. This picture from 2014 was when we lived in Boston, so we snagged a picture up on our roof deck with the skyline in the background. Even though we still lived in Boston in 2015, our picture from that year was actually taken at my parents' house in our matching Christmas sweaters. And then this year, we moved out of the city, so we posed in front of our house with Macy Cat. She's so photogenic. I love having all of our holiday cards from past years stored back here. They're easy to access and fun to look through. I can't wait to continue to add to this collection and watch how our little family changes. I keep these stored in the very back of the binder because the page protectors extend farther than the dividers and I did not want them to cover the dividers up. Also in the cards section, I keep a thank you sheet for any gifts, baked goods, or kind gestures that we might receive. We just quickly jot down their name and address, what they gifted us with, and then check off the box when the card has been sent. If you want, you can even take the entire sheet with you under the Christmas tree and along to all your family celebrations to make sure that no one is forgotten and everyone is thanked. The decor section is the smallest section in this binder, and that is probably for the best. We currently only have 2 Christmas tubs, which is largely thanks to the limited space that we had in Boston. Now that we have more space to store items like Christmas decorations, I'm sure that number will multiply. Our 2 tubs are already bursting at the seams. I use the same weather-tight trunks from the Container Store to store everything. Camping gear, adventure gear, things from high school, ski gear, linens, wedding stuff, seasonal clothes, you name it. However, if you're staring at 6 Christmas tubs, how are you able to differentiate what is where? So I print out this inventory sheet, fill in the number of boxes, where it is stored, and the contents that it consists of. I then photocopy this exact same sheet, cut the squares out, and then stick them into the label protector. If I can't find the box, all I have to do is refer to the binder for the location. If I'm looking for something in particular, say ornaments, all I have to do is look over this page and see what box they are stored in, box number 2, and then go find box number 2 in my storage room. For the purpose of this video, I did fill in 6 different boxes and I split everything up to demonstrate how I would divide these items up. Really, right now we only have 2 boxes, one for Christmas clothes, everything else goes in the second one. I'm sure that will grow. On to the recipes section. The first page in the recipes section is the dinner menu. We use this to draft our Christmas feast to ensure we aren't forgetting anything. I'll write the item that is being prepared as well as the ingredients that are needed. I can then take this entire page to the grocery store with me and check all of the ingredients off the list to ensure that I have everything. Our kitchen turns into a small bakery throughout the month of December. We love to try out new recipes and bring them to work, functions, or holiday parties. We will go through and jot down when there is a holiday party, what we plan on bringing, it's almost always a baked good, and the ingredients that are needed. In addition to preparing plates for holiday parties and events, we also like to put together little boxes filled with a variety of treats for associates at work. So those cookies are included on this list as well. So once that's baked, check, wrapped, check, and when we're done with that, it'll get a check as well. I don't know what the universal size of a recipe card is, so I decided to draw up some of my own where I can jot down the ingredients and directions. I keep a couple of these blank cards in the binder like this so I can easily cut them out and fill them in with the next best recipe. I have several of these half-page protectors that I use to store the recipes. The recipe section is in the very back of the binder because of the sheet protectors. I like to keep all of the Christmas recipes in one location. I did cut a piece of craft paper to go in the back of every slot so that it's easy to look through. Each protector also has these flaps which prevents the contents from falling out. Whether I'm putting a recipe card, a cutout from my magazine, or a printout from Pinterest, they're all separated and easy to find. I don't have many recipes that aren't baked goods, so I opted not to label the dividers. They are, for the most part, all desserts. I use the Avery My Recipe Starter Kit. It comes with 8 clear pocket dividers, 5 secure top recipe card protectors, where it's the half page, 10 regular sheet protectors, which I did not use in this. You could use them, but I just used the half pages. That is the end of my holiday binder. Everything is packed in and won't fall out. Nothing is going anywhere. This binder does not get packed away with all of the other holiday decorations. It lives on the shelf with all my binders so I can easily reach for it throughout the